Beginning. The mission that wasn't supposed to happen. Commander Rian Holt had been through dozens of deep space expeditions, but this one, this silent drift through the uncharted nebula of Dian 47, was supposed to be routine. His ship, the Ardent Voyager, was mapping gravitational distortions when everything went dark. One moment, the ship's scanners hummed with steady rhythm. The next, an electromagnetic pulse swept through the hull, frying the navigation system and triggering emergency stasis. He barely remembered slamming the cryo switch before the alarms drowned out everything else. He expected to wake up in the same cold pod, with his crew checking vitals and systems. Instead, he woke up, breathing air that smelled faintly of flowers. His eyelids flickered open to a ceiling that shimmered like living crystal, the walls pulsing faintly with soft light, almost like a heartbeat. His muscles ached, but the air was warm, breathable. There were no alarms, no ship, no metal corridors, just a chamber made of smooth, organic material that glowed from within. And then the sound. A slow, deliberate voice spoke beside him, melodic yet firm. "You are awake, traveler from the void." Rian turned his head and froze. Standing next to his bed was a woman, or something close to one. Her skin shimmered with faint silver undertones. Veins of faint bioluminescence traced her temples. Her hair flowed like liquid mercury, eyes glowing gold with an intensity that could melt resolve itself. She wore flowing fabrics that shimmered like energy itself. "Where am I?" Rian asked, voice dry. "In the sanctum of the Veari Queen," she replied, tilting her head. "You fell from the sky, and she decreed that you were not to die." Rian pushed himself upright, heart pounding. The Queen. He looked around again. Every wall, every pulse of light, it all felt alive. Not mechanical, not artificial. Something ancient and sentient. Before he could speak again, the air stirred, and from the far end of the chamber, a figure emerged. She was taller than the first, dressed in a robe of luminous strands that drifted as though underwater. A crown of faintly glowing tendrils floated above her head. Her eyes were like twin stars, radiant and knowing. The alien woman knelt slightly, her gaze locked onto his. "I am Seraphyne, Queen of the Veari Dominion. You have crossed through the boundary of our realm and survived. That alone makes you exceptional." Rian tried to stand but felt his balance fail. She moved forward quickly, her hand gently touching his arm. Warmth spread through him, steadying his breath. "Rest," she whispered. "Your body still carries the mark of void sleep. You will heal." Middle. The Queen's secret and the human's dilemma. Days, or what passed for days in the Veari sanctum, went by as Rian recovered. The Queen's attendants, beings who glowed faintly under the skin, tended to him in silence. The environment responded to their presence. Walls shifting shape, plants emitting light when approached, and strange orbs floating in midair. Rian learned that the Veari were energy-based organisms, part biological, part photonic, evolved around a sentient planet that fed on starlight. Their world was more alive than mechanical. It pulsed with thought, memory, and emotion. Queen Seraphyne visited him often, always asking questions. About humans, about Earth, about his ship and the endless curiosity that drove humanity into the stars. Her fascination with humans seemed almost personal. "Your species seeks meaning in emptiness," she said one evening, her tone half admiring, half sorrowful. "You chase stars as though they will answer the loneliness inside you." "And you?" Rian asked, leaning against the bioluminescent wall. "Do you ever leave your world?" "I cannot," she said softly. "My essence is bound to this planet. I am its heart. If I wander too far, it will die." Rian's throat tightened. He saw the weight in her eyes. Centuries of duty, isolation, connection to something far larger than herself. A living prison made of divine responsibility. But beneath her calm authority was something else. A subtle curiosity. Pull. Every time he met her gaze, the faint hum of the chamber intensified. When she stood close, the air itself shimmered with energy. One night, as he prepared to rest, she appeared unannounced. "You dream of home," she said quietly, walking closer. "Of oceans, wind, and sunlight that burns." He nodded. "Yes, it's what keeps me grounded. And yet, even in your dreams, you are alone." He hesitated. She wasn't wrong. Years in space had stripped away family, connection, everything but duty. "That's the cost of exploration," he said finally. The Queen tilted her head, her expression unreadable. "Then perhaps tonight you should not be alone." Before he could reply, she extended her hand. The glow from her skin illuminated his face. For a moment, he saw not just an alien ruler, but something deeply human beneath all that light. A woman burdened by eternity, reaching out for warmth. When her fingers brushed his, a wave of sensation rippled through his body. Not pain, not electricity, but resonance. His pulse synchronized with hers. The living walls pulsed in rhythm, responding to their contact. "Do not fear," she whispered. "Our kind shares energy through proximity. It heals the weary." He believed her. Maybe he wanted to. She guided him back to the biobed, the soft material molding perfectly around them. The air shimmered faintly as she lay beside him, close yet careful. Her body radiated light and warmth. The heartbeat of the chamber slowed, matching theirs. "Sleep, traveler," she murmured. "Let the world guard you tonight." Morning. The awakening that changed everything. When Rian opened his eyes again, the world was still and utterly surreal. He wasn't alone. Queen Seraphyne was still there, resting against him, her arm draped gently over his chest. Her eyes were closed, the glow around her softer now, pulsing like candlelight. He barely dared to move. For the first time she looked vulnerable, peaceful, almost human. Her breathing matched his. The biobe's surface shimmered faintly beneath them, recording each pulse, each shared moment. He swallowed hard, whispering, "You stayed." Her golden eyes opened slowly. She looked at him for a long time before replying. "Our energies harmonized while you slept," she said softly. "The planet itself felt your heartbeat. It has accepted you." "Accepted me," Rian echoed, confused. "You are now part of the Vayari web, connected to our living world. Few outsiders survive it. Fewer are chosen." The realization hit him like gravity returning all at once. He wasn't just a guest. He was now linked, biologically, energetically, to this world. "What does that mean?" he asked. The Queen smiled faintly, though sadness lingered in her gaze. "It means you belong to both worlds now, and to neither. You are the bridge between humanity and the Vayari." He stood slowly, looking around the chamber that now pulsed faintly in time with his own heartbeat. "So, what happens now?" "Now," she said, rising gracefully, "you must decide. To return to your kind, or to remain, and shape what comes next." Her words lingered in the air, heavy and impossible. If he stayed, he'd be trapped in a world that wasn't his. But if he left, the bond could destroy him.